Wizards' best, that record. After that, though, they played close to 500 ball the rest of the time.
And a new group getting ready for the Wizards. Nene, he's checked in for Gortat. Gooden comes in for Jared Dudley. Beal's checked in for Garrett Temple. And Sessions subbed in for John Wall. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Ayers is checked in.
You know, he's not your typical NBA center in terms of height, guys, but he plays as big as any of them, thanks to his incredible bounceability.
And the Wizards really struggled post-All-Star break, playing under 500. Still, though, they seem to pull things together at the very end and on into the postseason.
I tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
Pass to Sessions. From 12 feet out. Rejected by Pierce. Here's Redick. And he makes good on the layup.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a one-footer. Come on now.
Cuts off the pass. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Pierce, good.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
13 feet away. Sessions, no good. And now, running up the court, Pierce pushing it up. The shot by Redick, no good. Nene, no good. And we reach the end of the first.
Ladies and gentlemen, Verizon Center, give it up for y'all.
Out the second quarter, getting ready to start up. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
You know, it also hasn't taken them long to make their mark in the paint. I mean, they're doing a lot of their scoring from in there.
Setting the floor for the Clippers. Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards. Pierce is out there with Luke Mbah-a-Moute. And it's Ayers in the center position.
Yeah, it's just a smart shot taking advantage of the mismatch.
Well, with a stroke like that and the height advantage as well, the mid-range J is almost a gimme. What a sweet assist by CP3.
And Beal kicks to Gooden. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
And the thing about Bradley Beal, when he suits up, the entire lineup becomes exponentially more potent. A quick, powerful athlete. Greg, high basketball IQ. Had the great teaching at Florida, carries it to the NBA. Opponents have to account for him, I think, on both ends of the floor.
And that's a great point, Kevin. I mean, coming out of college, a lot of people compared him to Ray Allen. I mean, he possesses that next level smoothness and body control that's often indicative of a true difference maker.
Wall's shot is off.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter. And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington.
And, going back to Bradley Beal, the bottom line is he's a winner. Last year, the Wizards went 8-9 with Beal out of the lineup. Hard to argue with those facts and numbers.
Gortat's checked in for Drew Gooden. And the Clippers with a change here, too. Jordan, he's checked in for Mbah-a-Moute. Wizards trailed by 9.
And when you talk about Bradley Beal, it's not just having him in the lineup that matters. It's having him at his best. When he's at 100% health, there are very few guards in the league who can keep up with him. Truly one of the game's great young talents.
At the line for 2.
That one is off. And for Marcin Gortat, he was such a good fit for the Wizards last season. Actually, the last 2 seasons.
You know, he runs the floor very well for his size. A terrific finisher, solid in the pick and roll, can make the mid-range. You know, he's been one of the more consistent centers in our league.
And Washington making a change here. Temple's checked in. Now here's Paul. After Gortat's miss. Read it. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's on Nene.
You know, getting back to Gortat, he signed that 5-year, $60 million contract a couple of years back. Raised some eyebrows at the time because he's not a supreme athlete, but his size, effort, and refined skill set have made him worth it so far.
And talking about Gortat, I like what he can do for you defensively. Doesn't really have a vertical, but uses his length and timing to alter shots. And he moves his feet well enough to close out on shooters and also cover the pick and roll. So solid and complete in terms of a frontline player.
Ayers, good. Ayers has got the lead up to 11 now for the Clippers.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Nice stroke from long range. If he keeps getting those opportunities, he better take them.
Paul with the ball. He's picked up by Wall. Pierce inside the three-point line. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got his 4th assist in this one. Wall passes to Temple. Poked loose. Stolen by Pierce. Up the floor. Finished off the break. And now it's a 12-point Clipper lead.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
From the wing. Poked away.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
Clippers were so strong on the road last season. They led the league, Clark, in field goal percentage while on the road. And actually they scored more points away from Staples than in it.
Especially down the stretch, Kevin. I mean, they...
2 points.
That's how he makes his presence felt.
And we see him do it time and again. He is a special talent.
Sure
Hey,
is.
guys, as important as it is to go out and compete, let's not forget the entertainment element of this game. What an unreal finisher.
Here's Temple. They get the rebound. Kicks it to the wall. Shoots over Reddick. And Jordan sends it back. Hands with the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last. For the Wizards, Porter comes in for Jared Dudley. And Gary Neal subbed in for John Wall. Washington calls timeout. DeAndre Jordan has been extremely productive over 7 years. That makes it even more unbelievable that there was some question, Clark, as to his commitment to basketball coming into the league.
Yeah, you know, on talent and athleticism alone, he would have been a top 10 pick for sure, but he slipped to the second round, and he's made good on it, though.
And the Wizards making a change here. Sessions is checked in. Here is Porter. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
And watching DeAndre Jordan, he's really refined his game over the years without losing the athleticism. He's that rubbery, long-limbed athlete that transcends age. And so far, I've seen zero drop-off in his leaping ability and quickness, but no question he's improved his skills and IQ.
Wizards trail by 16. Paul with the steal. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Ooh, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
That's his first personal foul.
And talking about DeAndre Jordan, he is displaying an energy level that many scouts wondered if he had. Let's face it, he underachieved a bit in his 1 year in college. He knows that. But when it's come time to do it at the highest level, DeAndre has risen to the occasion.
That free throw, no good. Well, last season, the Wizards fell off just a bit in the second half of the year. Still, Greg, very competitive at home.
Yeah, and their strong play at home helped them weather that storm, Kevin. I mean, they ended up going 29-12 here at the Verizon Center.
Drew Gooden has checked in for Washington. Good on the second free throw.
And, you know, that 29 wins mark at home for the Wizards, third best in the East. That team really likes shooting the ball here, as they were a top 5 three-point percentage team in this building.
Here's Sessions. The Wizards with another miss.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
And it's Paul missing. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Ward's out with the ball. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Here's Porter. And that one's good.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going.